Welcome back, everybody. So today we're going to take a look at my New England IPA. Now this has been in the keg for 5 days. At the shooting of this video, it ended up being a 6% ABV. Now Beersmith did call for a 6.2% ABV, so I'm pretty happy that it pretty much fell in line. Now I know I was a little bit under when it went into the carboy, so I figured it would either make it up with the yeast or it would be a little bit under, so I was correct in thinking that. Now the funny thing about this, and I have no clue why it happened, but after the yeast was done and started settling down, I did put my dry hops in. If you don't remember what the dry hops were, I'll put a card up there and you guys can go check those out. So what I did though was I took a gravity reading thinking, because it bubbled and did all that stuff, had a nice corrosion on it. And so after 4 or 5 days, once that all started going down and it was barely bubbling, I went ahead and I checked to see what my gravity was. And I do use a refractometer, and when I checked it, it was at 9. And so I started freaking out, like, how can it be at 9? I think it started at 12. Something's wrong. So I had a package of US-05 yeast, so I dumped that in there. And I waited 3 or 4 days and nothing happened. And I'm thinking to myself, well, something has to be wrong. The beer's not going down. What's going on? Then I realized, and again, I can't believe I did this. Well, you can't take a final gravity reading with a refractometer. I'm used to it being a lot lower, like maybe 6, 5, somewhere in there. So 9, I'm like, what is going on? Well, then it finally came to me, well, this isn't supposed to be a high ABV beer. It started higher. The original gravity was a 1.062, so 9. And if you calculate everything, would be technically like a 1019 or something. So it did come out to be a 6% beer. So this one does have extra yeast. I don't know, I don't think it's going to do anything because US-05 is pretty neutral, so we shouldn't get anything. So if we look at it, there is no head. I'm not expecting head for it only being in the keg 5 days. It's going to take a little bit longer, but I wanted to get this review done. As most of you that follow me know, I usually do a week 1 review. So let's go ahead and look at the color. Very, very, very hazy, very light yellow color. I cannot see through it at all. I do have a couple bubbles coming up, but not that much. I will try and get a picture of this just to see if I can kind of show you the true color of this. It's light, hazy yellow color, but like if you took pineapple juice out of a can or something and put some water in it, that's what it looks like. Let's go ahead and get a nose, and I have not had this. Very, very tropical juice bomb. I'm getting tropical fruits like mango, pineapple, papaya, stuff like that. Pineapple, like I said, out of the smell. Maybe a tiny bit of pine, but not that much. That fruit juice bomb really takes over. If anything, I think this smells a lot better than the last New England IPA I made. Let's go ahead and get a taste. Not very carved, very, very slick, but that's probably from all the oats that were used. I think the taste needs to come around more. There is a little bit of fruit juice in there, but it's not very big at all. Nothing like you're getting out of the smell at all. Yeah, there is a little bit of fruit juice bomb in there, but that's about it. I'm actually disappointed that the smell smells better than the taste. Yeah. Yeah, very low carb. It does need to carb more, but again, for 5 days, I can't ask for anything more. I didn't put it on 20 psi, roll it around, put it on 20 psi. I didn't do anything. I put it in. Usually on my kegs, I do 10 psi, and that's where I leave them. But yeah, right now I would probably have to go with a C. Like, yeah, that juice bomb is kind of there, but it's like it's very, very young. No aftertaste at all in it. Yeah. Like it's starting to come, maybe a tiny bit of pineapple there in the back, but right now nothing to write home. If this thing stays like this, uh, I guess just get a beer and smell it all night. But yeah, so right now I would say it's a C. So that'll wrap up this review. Until next time, happy brewing. Thank you for watching this video. Thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't. Leave me a comment down below to tell me what you thought about this video. Also, don't forget to subscribe and share, and hit that bell so you know when new videos are coming out. You can check out these videos over here. Also, head over to 31stbrewing.com for everything beer and home brewing related.